So I bought these Flanken style short ribs the other day and I didn't know what to do with them. I usually grill them right alongside some carne asada, but today I wanted to try something a little bit different. For those unfamiliar with this cut, these are beef short ribs that are cut thin across the rib bones. They are excellent when grilled hot and fast with a little salt and pepper. But today I wanted to give it a Korean barbecue style vibe. I recently picked up this marinade by Chef Roy Choi, and I couldn't wait to try it out. After putting them in the bag, I'm gonna pour some of this marinade in. I'm gonna add enough to cover the ribs. One thing I'm not doing today is adding anything extra. This is my first time using this marinade, and I wanted to fully experience the marinade by itself. One thing to note is you don't have to marinate for that long, or you could just sauce and put them directly on the grill. But if you have the time, let them marinate for the minimum of 2 hours. It really does help. Give it a quick little mix, and it feels like it needs a little bit more marinade, so add more if necessary. Next, squeeze all of the air out of the bag and then seal. I'm gonna place in the fridge until I'm ready to grill. 2 hours later, let's set up our grill. First, fill about 3/4 chimney with fresh charcoal. Now remember, links to all the equipment used in this video will be down in the description. Next, let's take one of these Weber cubes, place it under the chimney, and light it up. Give the chimney about 15 minutes until it's fully lit, and then pour into our kettles. I'm gonna throw some used leftover charcoal from my last cook and pour it on. Now, when reusing charcoal from a previous cook, I always like to mix in fresh charcoal, especially if I'm going hot and fast. Let's place in our grate and let the rest of the charcoal we just poured in get up to temperature. It's not going to take very long for the lit charcoal to ignite the rest. Now once the grate gets hot, I'll want to scrub with a brush. I'll also want to remove the grate and spread the charcoal a bit before placing it back. I'm going to be using an onion to give it an extra clean. Then I'll take a paper towel with oil and rub our grates. You know, this way nothing sticks. Next, I'm going to place in our marinated Flanken style cut ribs and then place it on our hot grill. These are smelling so good. I can tell the marinade really worked its magic. After about 3 minutes, let's flip these over. The heat on this grill is running great. It's not too hot, so it's not going to burn anything too quickly. Now, depending on how hot they get, you'll want to flip every few minutes. I really wouldn't want to go over 12 minutes. After you get some good color, they should be done. But start checking on your desired doneness around the 8-minute mark. If the fire gets away from you and things get too hot and you get a lot of flare-ups, you might want to throw in the lid on between flips. The lid will help with flare-ups, and it's going to get the temperature down a little. Keep flipping and rotating. A little char ain't bad. The char actually introduces a ton of flavor. Your taste buds will appreciate it. Korean barbecue is a big thing here in Los Angeles. If you ever make it out, be sure to get yourself some because it's so good. And if you have zero plans to visit, give Chef Roy's marinade a shot. I think it's widely available at grocery stores now. These look great and smell fantastic. Remove the ribs once you get some nice even searing. I can eat these as is, but you know what? I got plans here. First, I'm going to take some of the sauce I used to marinate and place a little bit in a pot to warm it up on the grill. Next, I'm taking a plate with some steamed rice. And then, put on our ribs. I'm going to brush some of the sauce I just warmed up. I'm only going to brush one side. It's good enough for me. The marinade process already packed in some flavor. I'm just going to do this last step to give it a small final boost of awesomeness. Finally, finish it off by throwing some sliced green onion up on top. And we're done. These ribs look and smell great, but let's see if they taste good.
Try the meat first.
Delicious and quick too, thanks to the pre-made marinade.
It's good. Gotta get it with a little bit of rice.
Big winner here.
Yes. Okay, so that marinade is spot on. You have to give it a try. Korean barbecue at home, made super easy thanks to that marinade. You gotta give this a try. Now, if you want a Korean barbecue inspired pork ribs, then be sure to check out this next video. In the meantime, I gotta keep eating this because this is fantastic. A little bit of rice. Mm.